hopefully that works. I might have to adjust. We'll see. Welcome, everybody. It is day 5 of 21 Days of Reiki, and it's really good to be here. I slept in. So nice. But also, my husband made coffee this morning because I slept in, which means that I have had super caffeinated coffee this morning. So we'll just see how today goes. Oh, okay. I'm really glad to be here. And I should talk about the altar because a few people have mentioned it and talked about it. Always when I'm doing spiritual work or deep work, or when I'm hoping for connection and guidance, I always create a sacred circle before I do my work. So on my altar, I have the 4 cardinal points, as well as God and Goddess, so up and down, and center for my own spirit guides and myself, my soul. So I light those at the beginning and ask that all these beings be present to help and assist in the work that I'm doing and to keep me safe and just be present and help, which is always very peaceful and soothing. And if you want to learn more about that kind of stuff, definitely move on to level 3 and we really get into the spiritual side of things, working with higher beings, angels, ascended Reiki masters, spirit guides, much more. But you need to have that solid foundation of knowing yourself and how Reiki works in yourself, and then knowing how you work with Reiki with your clients, and then move on to working with people's spirits and guides and karma. It's deep work. You never want to do it outside of a sacred circle, and you don't want to do it if you're not prepared or you're not, you don't have enough knowledge. You don't have enough experience, because your guides will give you the knowledge that you need to do the work. Okay, so today, let's begin with grounding and centering. As always, we're going to put up our shields. We'll spend some time sending Reiki to the higher beings. We'll do our guest show and talk about the 5 precepts. Then we're going to move on to hopefully 2 exercises. We'll see how far we get today and how much I talk. The first one is Chikyu no Kokyu, so breath of earth. And that is the second part of the Hado breathing that we did yesterday. So if you haven't done Hado breathing, go back to Hado breathing from yesterday, day 4, and then come back and do day 5. We're all going to build upon each other from here on in. We'll do, if we have time, we'll do Joshin Kokyu-Ho, which is what we do in level 2. And then tomorrow we'll do clear channel. And then after that, we'll work on Hara, which is, Japanese names are hard. Makoto no Kokyu, okay? And that has 2 parts. Then we'll do the moving meditation, and then we'll stop there because you really need to master all of these exercises before you can move on to the Swate Kokyu-Ho, which is a series of 3 exercises. And those exercises really need this solid base first. So if you really want to get into these Japanese exercises, message me. Be like, hey, I did this exercise and this is what I experienced. And I will do what my masters did. And we'll either say, try again, or yes, you got it. These exercises are all about your experience and the energies that they help you to merge with, and the experiences and knowledge that they bring to you as you do the exercises. So I can't tell you how to experience it. You just have to experience it and then share. Okay, let's get grounded and centered. So feet flat on the floor. If you're wanting to ground and center, you want to release the negative excess energy in your body. I have been using neroli essential oil to try and calm myself down after all the all of the caffeine this morning, so it's that one. Can you see it? No, not really. Anyways, it's Divine Essence Neroli Essential Oil. Divine Essence is my favorite name brand. Because I am a trained aromatherapist, I'm a super essential oil snob. And these guys are awesome, plus they're Canadian too. Neroli is one of the very first oils that I started using. I started using it in school. And when we were in school, we did every class, we studied a different oil. And what we would have to do is experience the oil at the beginning of the class and kind of take notes. And neroli was so calming for me. It literally put me to sleep in class. I've gotten much better at using neroli. I'm much calmer in my life now. But yeah, it was a hilarious experience. So I like to put neroli on my solar plexus points when I'm feeling really overwhelmed and too jittery. Solar plexus points are the palms of the hands, and with your thumb, rub clockwise. Now you can just rub clockwise in the solar plexus points, and this will really help calm you down. And you can easily hide it, and people just think you're holding your hands when you're standing in the lineup. But it's a great massage for calming the body. So I do that in each palm. And then, if you're not recording yourself on the internet, you can also apply it to the solar plexus point. Never do what I just did with your essential oils, which is like touch the tip of the bottle to the skin. But this is my personal bottle, so I don't really care if it touches my skin. But if I were using this therapeutically, this would now become my bottle, which I'm okay with because I love neroli. Okay. So now, when I'm doing my gasho, I'm breathing in my neroli as well. And you can do this with any essential oil. A great one for caregivers is rosewood. Okay, feet flat on the floor. Hands in gasho, remembering all of the days that we've brought ourselves to this point, grounded, centered, calm, able to release negative energy when we do our gasho. Belly breathing. When I have too much caffeine, I'm breathing up here big time because my heart's like pop, 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 pop. So belly breathing, not chest breathing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Longer exhales than inhales. Pause between inhale and exhale. Now allow your roots to go deep into the earth. Cobalt blue or red. Let's work with cobalt blue for the next couple of exercises, or at least today, in case I forget tomorrow, but let's work with cobalt blue this time. The cobalt blue comes from the esoteric pagan side of things. It's a North American addition to Reiki. We pull it in, earth energy, into our kidney areas when we're doing attunements. So it's a new addition. It's not a traditional Reiki thing, but that's okay. It's quite common now, so it's kind of traditional. Okay, so blue earth energy. Throw your roots down into the earth. Blue is more calming, less passionate than red. It's still a deep, dark blue, so you're still having that earth connection. Send your roots wide and deep, all the way down to the core of the earth. And draw up that cobalt blue earth energy. The energy's already flowing. I'm starting to bob and weave. Bring the earth energy all the way up to the head. Feel your whole body full of energy. And then expand that energy out to the auric field, creating an auric shield all around you. And this time, instead of white light, let's imagine golden Reiki energy pouring down from above, specifically in through the crown chakra, and filling the body from head to toe with golden energy. Don't forget to belly breathe in through the nose. Pause out through the mouth. Okay, now let that golden energy spread out beyond your body, out into the auric field, creating a shield all around you. And let that gold and blue energy meld together. Check your shields. Make sure there's no cracks, no holes, no weak spots, no spots that are too thick. We don't want to completely block the world off either. Even protection, the full 360 around you, or I guess more than 360 because it's a sphere. I don't have the science for that. Okay. Now that we've got a strong auric shield, a good connection to Reiki flow, a good connection to the earth, pulling in nurturing earth energy, but also observing our field and releasing any negative junk, energetic garbage that doesn't serve us today, just flushing that all down, all the way down the root system into the earth, and asking the earth to take that energy and transmute it into positive energy for us. Bringing our hands together in Gasho. Focusing on our 5 principles. So we're going to do the original precepts according to Andy Bowling and Chris Marsh. They're quite different, actually. The precepts are Usui's own wording of a much older set of precepts that originated from early 9th century Japanese Buddhism and were the basic daily practice and rule of the Japanese people, according to Andy Bowling. Focusing on the 2-finger connection at the middle fingers, breathing in. Do not bear anger, for anger is illusion. Do not be worried, because fear is distraction. Be true to your way and your being. show compassion to yourself and others, because this is the center of Buddhahood. I like that one. So these precepts show us not only the causes of suffering, but also what can be the result of suffering. By allowing us to practice a mindful way of living without attachment to outcomes, so important for Reiki, we create harmony and balance within ourselves. This process, like the ripples within a still pond, influences those all around us. Humility, compassion, and honesty are all just aspects of the mindful, non-attached way of living. So remember, I am me. I am one. One is all, and I am all. If I change me, I change all. All right. Now, before we move on to, actually, let's do these first, because I feel like I need more grounding, and I know there are those out there who still need more grounding. So let's ground more with these exercises, and then we will send Reiki to our guides after. So let's start with Chi Kokyu, breath of the earth. So we repeat this 3 times a day if we're having trouble grounding, but only once or twice a day on a regular basis when we're feeling grounded and centered. So we sit in Seiza. Seiza is a traditional way of kneeling for meditation in Japan, which is why I have adjusted the view today. So Seiza is just kneeling, right? Not kneeling up, but kneeling down, resting. If you are comfortable like this, fantastic. If you're not, you can sit in lotus position as well. Totally up to you. The way that you sit doesn't really matter. It's just traditional way of meditating. Then we put our left hand over our right hand. Palms up and thumbs lightly touching. And we leave this in our lap. And then all we do is experience the sensation of our body in contact with the earth. Now, if your knees are screaming at you already, you can take a pillow and you can put that pillow between your feet and your bum. And that makes it a little bit easier on your ankles and your knees. If that's still not working for you, and it doesn't for a lot of us North Americans, you can sit in lotus position. Lotus traditionally is 2 feet right up on the knees. So you can sit crisscross applesauce like school, or you can sit in lotus, 1 foot on top of the other. Oh, I can't even do it anymore. Or you can sit in half lotus, which is only 1 foot up. It really doesn't matter in the end. Sit however you're most comfortable. Even if you can't sit like this and be touching the ground, which ideally is the way you should be doing it, and you could do it outside, actually sitting on the ground. But if you have to, your body doesn't allow you, just sit on a chair. That's fine too. Okay. Now remembering Hado breathing. Hado breathing is right? Vibration in the throat, letting the body relax with the breath, noticing. In the original Hado breathing, we weren't forcing it. But for the intention of breath of the earth, we are actually forcing the ha. And with the force, we're pushing our consciousness, our energy, our being into the earth, okay? So left hand on top of right hand, thumbs together in your lap. Don't focus too much on it being perfect. It doesn't really matter. This is a mudra that you can look into if you so wish. It is called the Dhyana mudra. Dhyana. Okay, so belly breathing. Just feel your body in contact with the earth. You want your spine to be straight. It's one of the reasons we sit in Seiza, because it really keeps our spine straight. Chin level with the floor. Feeling being physically connected to the surface below you. So now we're noticing how we're physically above what we're connected to. We want to take our consciousness and we want to push it down into the earth with the ha breath. So here we go. We're going to do that for 5 breaths. You're going to inhale naturally. Don't force it, but you do want to pause between the inhale and the out for 5 breaths. So inhale, pause, feel yourself sinking into the earth. And inhale, pause, exhale. The exhale doesn't need, it's forceful, but it shouldn't be tenseful, if that makes sense. We're relaxing into the earth. That's it. That's earth breathing. But you notice, even with the 5 breaths, how much calmer you are, how much almost like softer your body is. It's not so tense. It's not so uncomfortable. So 3 times a day if you're really struggling with grounding, and once or twice a day as part of your meditation practice, maybe at the beginning of your practices, if you're feeling good about your grounding. Guys, we are already at 23 minutes, so I'm still going to do Joshin Kokyu-Ho because it's just quick, but we'll go a little bit over time this time. Okay. This I'm reading, just FYI, from one of the level 2 manuals, the original handbook of Usui. I'm not going to get into the title because we talk about that in level 2, and it's on page 22, Joshin Kokyu-Ho. So that's translated into the method, the breathing method for cleansing the spirit. There's a variation of this used in a lot of different martial arts. It's quite common, so it makes sense kind of where it came from. The key is we're trying to learn to feel and intensify the flow of Reiki energy. And we're using it to charge our own energy, to build up our own energy. So again, we're sitting comfortably with our spine straight as possible without becoming tense, and inhaling through the nose. You don't have to sit in Seiza. Traditionally, you would sit in Seiza, but let's just sit where we are at the moment. Inhale through your nose. Imagine that you were breathing in not only air through your nose, but Reiki through your crown chakra. You probably will feel the intensity of the energy. And that's great. You want to feel that. And you don't want to feel it stuck here. You want to be able to bring it into the body, okay? And then you're going to feel how your entire body is enriched with energy during this kind of breathing. Draw the breath far down into your belly, down to the dantian, okay? That's it. So let's do that 5 breaths. You can sit the way we were if you like, with your hands together. Totally fine. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed. So 5 breaths in, feeling the Reiki energy pour in through the crown chakra when you breathe in. Hold your breath, feel the Reiki energy coming down to the dantian. Notice it there. And exhale. Now when you're exhaling, this time you're not letting the Reiki flow into your body, but you're focusing on learning to hold that life force energy in the seat of the soul, in your energy box. Okay. Okay. So let's do 5 breaths this way. If you want to, you can put your right hand on your belly and your left hand on top, where the dantian should be. It kind of helps you notice the energy there. That's fine too. 5 breaths. In through the nose. Reiki pouring in from the highest source through the crown chakra, pouring down into your dantian. And exhale, holding the energy there. Not forcefully, letting your body relax, but intending for the energy to stay there, okay? 4 more breaths. Do you feel energized but peaceful? Yeah, it's a really good thing. So that energy is for you. Now, homework. Practice these, of course, but make sure you don't forget to send some positive energy to your higher beings today. Doesn't matter who that is, but don't forget 21 days of sharing some energy with those who help us. All right. Thank you very much. Don't forget. Oh, hey guys, tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, online Reiki share. It is in the same group that this event is in. Different event. We'll be doing it on Facebook, Facebook rooms. There's a room there that you just click on. You don't click on it until I'm there, otherwise it won't work. So I'll be there a few minutes before 10, and it'll be much like this. We'll talk, we'll do a meditation, we will do mini attunements, so great way to reconnect with energy for you. And then we'll share it like we normally would. So just like we're sending positive energy to our guides, we'll be using that same technique to send positive energy to one participant at a time in this share. It'll be about 2 hours, not 30 minutes, and it'll be a lot of fun. So please join if you can tomorrow, Sunday, which is the 7th, at 10 a.m. See you later.